Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is September the 2nd, 2022. And today the topic is a peek into the future. Y'all, it is Friday. Friday already, man. And yeah, hope that you all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. Um, Not too much to report, but one thing that I did do was put out my challenge video, so those of you all that follow us on God, Sex, and Love, the YouTube and everything like that, you probably already have seen it. It is called Miracle 2086. um, it's 2 minutes of me sharing my testimony. Yeah, sharing my testimony in 2 minutes at 100 years old. So that's literally a peek into the future. Hopefully, by the grace of God, I will be, still doing this and sharing my testimony at that age. And so, yeah, that kind of was my inspiration. Basically the challenge was to, I guess share where your hope comes from and everything like that. And so, my testimony just happens to be a little unique, but at the same time, that's what God used to draw me nearer to Him. And that's what ultimately built my faith to be where I'm at right now doing this. So, I hope that people will find it amusing. I hope that, if nothing else, that, people enjoy hearing my testimony. And whether I win or not, hey, that's up to the Lord. But you know, I did it. I put it out there, and so there it is, Miracle 2086. And the interesting thing was this morning, as I listened to the prayer and meditation, it was also talking about the future. It was telling me not to let my past, hold on to the ankles of my future and everything like that. So ultimately, even though there was a lot of different things on my mind this morning, when I finally tried to clear my mind and say, Lord, what do you want me to talk about today? The word future came into my heart and mind, looked up the verses, and here we are. Here we are. I guess there's just so much to say, right? I mean, I think when I think about this topic, it came into my heart and mind, like how a lot of times we try to figure out what's next. We try to make predictions. We'll go and, have people give us readings and all kinds of things to figure out what is the future going to look like. When I thought about, again, when I think about my past, right, and I thought about my future, there's a lot of things that I imagined. Some of the things I'm actually living right now, and then some things maybe not fully or whatever the case is. But, I guess I always, I told y'all before, like I was always somebody that was always striving for the next, the next, the next. And so, yeah, I constantly thought about the future throughout my life, and everything like that. Um, so I get it. I get it. It can be a interesting, curious thing to seek that type of knowledge. I want to know what's going to happen to me. I want to know, what my future is going to look like and everything like that. And so, so basically this morning I, looked at these verses and see what the Bible has to say about that. Because I mean, ultimately, those that read the Bible, they know that, the Bible makes a lot of predictions. It tells us what our future is going to look like as humans, right? It has what's called prophecies and everything like that. But the interesting thing is too, it also has a lot to say about, I guess us as individuals and like, I guess how God wants us to look at the future and everything. So, that's where, the inspiration came from today. And that's, a little sneak peek into what these verses are going to look like. But I mean, hey, let's get into it. Let's see what the Lord has to say. So Proverbs 16:9 says, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. As I was writing this down this morning, I was thinking like, this sounds really good, right? That sounds like something good to read, but I don't know if we believe this, right? I don't know if we like really are getting what it's saying. Like, I mean, on one hand, it's really clear, right, and plain, but on the other hand, it's like, it could just be words to people. You know what I mean? People might just read this and it's just, you know, words. But uh I mean, I guess if you make this your lifestyle, then it's going to change the way you live, ultimately. And that's what I'm pretty much receiving today. So again, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. So again, I had all the plans. I have plans written down from years ago. I got plans right now. There's a lot of plans that we can make, but at the end of the day, if you realize that it's the Lord that's establishing your steps, then, maybe you'll leave your plans a little bit more open-ended. I'll put it like that. Yeah, I got ideas and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, if those ideas don't quote unquote manifest and God decides to do something else or whatever the case is, I'm okay with that now, but there was a time where, if things weren't lining up with quote unquote my plans, right, then, that would be discouraging. That would be like, Lord, what are we doing? I'd be confused and all these different things. And so again, if you make this your lifestyle and not just words, then I believe that you'll be living differently and you look at things differently and everything like that. So, but let's keep going, y'all. So Proverbs 19:21, it says, many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Like I told y'all years ago, man, that really resonated with me. So much so where here I am doing things like this. Yeah, I could have been continuing to pursue, mainstream media and acting and whatever the case is. Yeah, I could be, going for things that I thought, right, that I wanted and needed and whatnot. And then continuing to not be fulfilled, because that was the thing. Like when I was doing that, there was an unfulfillment there where I said I didn't understand it, but I just was like, okay, I achieved this goal, I achieved that goal, but I don't feel fulfilled. I feel like something is missing and everything like that. And I told y'all how in this season, yeah, I'm achieving goals and everything like that, but whether I achieve the recent goals or not, I think I'm finally in a place of contentment because I'm fully just trusting the Lord and I'm okay with where he puts me and what he wants me to do. So again, lifestyle, right? Not just words and on the page, but getting this into our hearts and minds and living it will help us, I think, ultimately. Yeah. Yeah, it's the purpose of the Lord that's going to stand at the end of the day. And so I think for me that was, again, life-changing. It was something that was like, you know what? I want to do something that's going to last. I want to do something that's going to stand. And so here I am, and speaking of that, I mean, again, every now and then I'll get confirmation. So shout out to my cousin. I talked to one of my cousins yesterday, and she was letting me know that she had been tuning in, and I think maybe listening to the podcast, and that she feels basically that I'm kind of continuing my mom's legacy of what she's doing with inspirational outreach and whatnot. She's saying, that she sees it as I'm continuing it in my own way and everything like that. And so to God be the glory for that. I'm glad that people get it. I'm glad that it's resonating. I'm glad that people's listening and that they feel the need to come in and share with me what they are receiving from these things. Because again, I don't really know until someone say something, but regardless of that, right? Regardless of if I get the feedback or not, it's been a blessing again for me to take out this time and do things like this. But then, it's nice to hear that, okay, other people are being blessed by it as well. And I mean, I guess that again, that just goes to show like, what you do for the Lord will stand at the end of the day. Like, even if you don't receive, all of the accolades or whatever that comes from it. I mean, whatever does come from it is what the blessing is, and where the blessing is and whatnot. So again, it's God be the glory for that, and shout out to her for calling and giving me that information and good news and everything like that. But let's keep going, y'all. So Proverbs 3:5, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Very familiar verse here on the juice. But yeah, I mean, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. I mean, now it goes on to say, I believe, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Yeah. I mean, in those down moments, right? In those moments where we feel lost, then I think those are the times that we say, hey, Lord, well, I trust you, right? I'm not going to lean on my own understanding. Right now, I feel lost. Right now, I don't understand. Right now, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, again, I think we were talking about this yesterday. Like sometimes, again, your yes or your accepting what God is doing or your trusting in the Lord might look like rest, or maybe sometimes your trusting in the Lord might look like stepping out on faith and doing some work. Only you know where you personally are in your life at this very moment. But yeah, I mean, how can you show the Lord that you trust in him with all your heart? That's the question at the end of the day. Like, I mean, those are two perfectly good examples in my heart and mind, because I definitely have had to do both at some point in my life. There's times where, again, when I think about, my single days, I'm praying to the Lord, praying for my future husband, praying for, all the things that were in my heart and mind that I wanted, and not seeing it anywhere around me, not knowing when or if it was going to even happen. But I put my trust in the Lord, and here I am years later, in the midst of that, again, in this current season, I'm I just told y'all yesterday about, an opportunity I was very excited about pursuing. And then at the moment, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not. But at the same time, I'm being presented where, okay, you might need to rest right now. You might need to rest in what I've already established, for you. The things that I'm already currently doing, rest here. And, and it's weird. This was one of the places where I'm like, well, Lord, I just want to make sure now, because I don't want to be in a place where, I'm not able to do X, Y, and Z. But again, do I trust in the Lord? Yeah. And then, I have to do that with, with all my heart and not leaning on my own understanding. Yeah, I might not understand why, fully why, I'm not working some other job or why, whatever. But at the end of the day, as I trust in the Lord, I see him move in my life. I see that, the things that are currently established gets, more feedback, or, he takes care of me and my needs and things that I want in the midst of while I do things like this. So yeah, just reiterating, y'all, that, I mean, these aren't just words, right? They shouldn't be. I mean, I think that might be the ultimate juice this morning, that these should not just be words. These should be your thoughts, your again, lifestyle choices, and make your choices and whatnot accordingly. I got a few more verses, y'all. So let me keep going. Proverbs 16:3. It says, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. So there you go, friends. If you want a sneak peek into your future, if you want your plans to be established, then commit your work to the Lord. Can your work be committed to the Lord? And if so, then there you go. There's a little sneak peek into your future. It will be established. But here we go. Here's some hope this morning. We got to at least have a little bit of hope, right? Something we don't like, something we might not fully understand or want to hear. But here it is. It's Proverbs 27:1. It says, do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. So there you go. there you go. I mean, I know, again, we like to do that. We like to be like, okay, well, with this one I'm doing next year, and yeah, oh, we're gonna do this tomorrow, we're gonna do this, or whatever the case is. And it's like, yeah, only God knows what you're gonna do tomorrow. Like, there's Bible verses that says, there's enough to I'm paraphrasing here, so okay. But there's enough to worry about for today, basically, is what it's saying. So, um and also at the end of the day, again, there's more in the Go Deeper section about this, but yeah, I mean, we can't be out here just boasting about, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. It's like, are you? Do you know that? You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, so like, don't boast in that. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up with this verse right here, y'all, and it's Matthew 6:33. It says, "But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." So yeah, I mean, you guys can go deeper to see what things will be added to you. When you go back and read maybe the verse before that one and everything like that. But ultimately, again, what stands out to me the most is seek first the kingdom of God, and His righteousness. And so, yeah, if you want to sneak peek into your future, then you need to be doing things like that. Because then you know that, hey, the work that I'm doing, the work that I commit to the Lord is going to stand, it's going to be established, and everything like that. But yeah, y'all, that is the juice. That is the juice today. You guys, again, can go deeper. There's plenty of verses in the Go Deeper section for you all to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. But the Bible verse of today is Philippians 4:9. It says, "Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do, and the God of peace shall be with you." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. But tonight, since it's Friday, we have a new episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show that should be airing. It's a chat with Dr. Fiat, sharing with us about Doxema. I once again did not write down the brand, but y'all check out that tonight, especially if you need to hear more about like blood circulation and things like that. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for listening. Y'all have a great, great day. Bye-bye. There you go, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice. I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Thank you all so, so much for everything. I'll let you all know, I think there might be a voting or something like that when it comes to like that video that I made last night. So if I need some votes, I'll let y'all know. I would love to at least be honorably mentioned, or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what the Lord do with all of this. But I just, wanted to at least submit and see. And yeah, ultimately that all the inspiration about the future and whatnot. But yeah, I hope that, this sneak peek into the future helps you. And yeah, I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.